All right, JB, I want to start out here. I want to thank you. 10 years ago, this was the fall of 2011. I was a freshman at the University of Missouri. In Columbia, Missouri, you performed at the Deja Vu Comedy Club. I get a call at the library, and it's JB Smoove. And I was a student reporter for my student paper. Never really got the chance to thank you, but you made me feel like I belonged. And here I am 10 years later talking to you now. So first and foremost, thanks for that.
That's so amazing to hear. I just did the Howard Stern show last week, and we were talking about meeting people and planting seeds, and and giving something to people that you run across, so that the next time you meet, you have something to talk about, a conversation piece. So that's great to hear, man. That we got a chance to link up and connect in 2011. That's something else to hear.
Yeah. Time flies. Time flies. So this weekend, you're going to be in Durham at the Carolina Theater on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
And I know you're from North Carolina. What does it mean to you to perform in your home state?
Oh man, it means that you get a chance to touch base with people. Man, I got a lot of family and friends that live in Durham, in Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, the whole area. And this is a good chance for us to. It's like a family reunion sometimes, because you're from there. My hometown's an hour and a half away, which is in Plymouth. And get a chance to reconnect with people, with family and friends. And this is what it's all about, man. This is, you know, um, it's familiar to me. You know what I mean? The feel. I always said, man, if I I always think about, what if I never left North Carolina and I was still down here? Would I be still doing what I do? And honestly, I think I probably would be still doing exactly what I do, on a different scale, a different way. But I truly love the genuine, um, laughter I get from certain states. And I think it's, I always recommend people, man, if you're planning on moving across states and you drive by North Carolina, you made a big mistake. Make a U-turn and go back.
I assume you're going to bring a little bit of extra sauce on Saturday, considering you probably will have friends and family in the audience.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, man, my family gonna show up. Now, if you look down and see anybody with red clay on their shoes, those people are from my hometown, North Carolina. That's my people from Plymouth somewhere. But yes, we I'm looking forward to having a great time though, man. This is what I do, man. I've been doing this for a long time. And outside of the acting, outside of the commercials, outside of all the other stuff, animation and the Spider-Man movies and all the fun stuff, I've had an amazing opportunity to do. Stand-up is still my first love, because stand-up is in the moment. It's not a movie where you shoot and you see it 8, 10 months, a year later. TV you see months later. You're talking about raw fun in the moment with your audience, and this is what stand-up is all about. And I think the comedian has a unique opportunity to be an amazing voice coming out of the craziness that we went through the past 3 years. And I think this is kind of what comedians do and have always done, which is we attach ourselves to the time and the moment that we're living in. And I think we need the comedians around. So, I know there's a lot of PC stuff going on, but I still believe that the rawness of a comedian is something we'll never get from anything else. I think being a comedian and being a poet go hand in hand.
You definitely have the gift of gab, JB. I know right now you're filming season 12 of Curb Your Enthusiasm. Do you get as hyped when the announcement comes out that another season is coming out as fans do? Because I know that's like one of the greatest days of the year, where it's like, yes, we get Leon Black, we get Larry, we get the whole crew.
Yeah, it's a big deal. But you know what? We all kind of wait around for Larry to make his decision if he's coming back or not. And he'll tease you a little bit. I'm thinking about. We'll see about season 12. He'll nod his little head. So yeah, it's always we're at Larry's disposal. So when he's ready, we're ready. And season 12 is really a blast. And we, in typical Curb form, we are in our zone and we are having a blast already. I'll be shooting for the next few months, but we are having a great time as always. And yeah, man, I can't wait for everybody to see this season 12, and it's gonna be spectacular, man.
Is there any nuggets you can give me? I've watched other interviews where people say, well, what's this newest season about? And whether it's you or I've listened to like interviews with Jeff Garland, very, very coy. Can you spill any sauce specific to this
Oh my
interview?
gosh, man!
Like, what's the best way I can ask you about it?
People love some. People love a little sauce. You
Yeah.
know, I will say this. This is the one thing people love to hear, that we are consistently our characters on the show, and you know, the times we live in require, to me, it's definitely um, a a, worth watching, because you know certain shows have this ability to attach themselves to the times, and Kurt is one of them. Larry is brilliant. Everybody on the show is so amazing, man, and this is the perfect show, I think, for any timeline that we live in, because you know it's the most real to me. Um, you know, when I took an improv class back in, tell my age, but when I took an improv class back in 1989 or 88, you know, who would think that I would have an opportunity to be on probably the greatest improvised show in TV history? So this is kind of, it fits the mold, it fits the time, it fits everything you need. And those fans, true fans, know what to expect from Curb Your Enthusiasm. I can't give you much as far as
Yeah.
nuggets. You know, we got a closed set. We got everything, man. This guy, Larry, don't play around. You know, he likes people to have this amazing moment of surprise and laughter. You know, people say Curb is cringeworthy. You know?
Oh, it's great.
so,
It's great.
so,
Do you and
so
Larry ever
yes.
bond over like what I will call shorter stints at SNL? Do you ever bond over that?
Oh man, you know, yeah, we do. We laugh at that all the time.
I
'Cause
mean, I would say it worked out, JB, but
yeah, it
yeah.
worked out. But there is definitely a bond there that is, you know, undescribable. You know, the machine that is SNL is a beast, and you got to be ready for it, man. It's definitely, you know. But I would tell anybody, everyone, that it's probably the greatest on set training you're gonna ever have, because it's live TV, and the pace is up and people are running and changing outfits for the next sketch, all live, and it's something else to see that thing in motion, man. And you know, I tell Larry all the time, we got a lot. Larry and I have a lot in common, as far as being comedians, as far as being writers on SNL, as far as, you know, we think a lot alike, but I think you can still attach your sensibilities to, although they're not completely, you know, the same. They don't mirror each other, but a lot of similarities between me and that guy. So I say that people meet for a reason, you know, and you don't know how that relationship is going to be formed, but somehow you're supposed to be where you're supposed to be at, and I think I'm supposed to be on Curb Your Enthusiasm, and I think I'm supposed to have met Larry. And the things we talk about off camera are hilarious. The things we do in front of camera are hilarious, because I think, you know, you carry your personality and who you are everywhere you go. It's like a badge of honor, you know what I mean? But I think that this guy has created a historic show, and yeah, it works. And I think being a big fan of the show before I even got on the show is a plus. So all these things come hand in hand, work hand in hand um, in your progression as far as an actor and a comedian. I think we are touched by so many different things that we don't even know. We have no idea. So we take that little tool and we put that little tool in our toolbox, but we don't know how we want to use it yet. But at some point, you gotta open that toolbox up and say, "Oh yeah, I got one of those." You know, and I think that's what true comedy is. You know, having one of those tools in your toolbox to use when you need to. You know, and that's what improv became my tool, and I use it everywhere. My stand up, I use it. You know, I use it in movies, TV. You know, and I think once you present something, a style, the right directors, the right people come on board, you're able to use it, and they allow you to use it because there's people write scripts all the time, but they also want to see how it is on its feet. So that's what I've been allowed to do, and it's a blessing, man. To It's just a blessing to be busy, and and be able to take people on this ride with you. So it's definitely a fun show. Everything I've ever done, I consider it a part of my development. And I'm 57 years old, and I still feel like I'm in the mix. I'm busy. I still have this great opportunity to do some really, really groundbreaking things as far as versatility and all the things that go along with being a character actor and a comedian. So yeah, it's always fun.
JB, I want to get you out on time. I'll leave you with this question. You mentioned 57 years old. You've been doing this a long time. What motivates you to keep going? Because you've done a lot of different things in your career.
You know what? What motivates me is people, is truly being able to make people happy and truly being able to satisfy the fans. And but at the same time, I get an opportunity, not as an actor, not only as an actor and a comedian, but also get I'm putting my producer hat on. We just started our own company now, a production company called Alternate Side Productions, and we're gonna be doing a lot of great things. You People have seen me on my commercial campaigns, whether it was Crown Royal, whether it was my new Caesar campaign, where I'm playing Caesar and
With the Mannings.
hey man, come on, I'm like wallpaper in Vegas, man. It's like crazy. I'm on all the jumbotrons, and it's crazy, man. But yeah, I get a chance to do all that stuff, but also I get a chance to be in front of the camera, and I get a chance to be behind the camera, putting some amazing people in some projects, and I think that's what it's all about: is building a portfolio of amazing work in front of the camera, and now also behind the camera. So there'll be a great balance there of different shows you'll see: scripted, unscripted, movies, TV, commercial campaigns, and we're also doing this amazing thing with advertisers, where we do branded entertainment, meaning we will help you sell your product, and and use our skills as writers and performers to sell your product. I'm part of so many different campaigns. The Caesars campaign, of course. Just Egg is another one I'm a part of. But I've done Reebok, I've done Audi, I've done you name it, man. I've done across the board some amazing campaigns, man. And and I think there's always something really cool about selling a product in a funny way, in a fun way, making something memorable. So you always remember that commercial, and it made you laugh, it made you smile, it made you want to buy the product. So these are all things that I love to do. You know what I mean? And I think that's a big part of your longevity. Being able, when people tell me, "Oh man, you're everywhere," and I like hearing that. You know what I mean? I like hearing JB, you everywhere. But it's like crazy because it's really about when things debut and when they come out. Because and I talk about planting these seeds, and I just do a lot of work through the year, and everything kind of comes out when it comes out, and it seems like I'm everywhere, but it takes a long time to actually appear on TV. It takes months and months and months, but a lot of times things just go in order, and it shows you how fast time is going. It's crazy how time is speeding up a little bit. It feels like it's speeding up a little to me, but I feel like I just started my 2022, but now I'm in 2023. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But and then for us as actors, we got award season, the whole top of the month. You got all the award shows. You got Super Bowl. You got All-Star Game, and before you know it, it's May. It's like, wait a minute, how am I halfway through the year already? So it's crazy how it works. But yeah, and then everything you shot at the top of the year comes out towards the end of the year. So you're back again doing publicity and doing things. So you're always busy. But it's a good busy. It's good to be wanted. It's good to be seen. It's good to continue to entertain people, and I think that's what that that's something that a comedian cherishes is a captivating audience and people support and love what you do. Your golf swing, I call it. We all got out. Once you get your golf swing, you don't gotta look at the ball no more. Last time you seen that ball, you put it on that tee and you swung at it and you put that club back in that bag and you start walking. Because you know where that ball landed at already, you know what I mean? So if you can master that, you can attach that to anything in life that you want to try to do. So, and comedians inspire all kinds of things. It doesn't have to be what I do, but it's what you do that's important. If you're motivated and if you're inspired by what I do, it's a win-win.
JB, you're talking my turkey, and we could talk till sundown. I would be respectful of your time. Check him out Saturday at the Carolina Theater, the physical therapy tour. JB, thanks so much for your time this morning.
Hey, man, it's good to reconnect with you, man. So happy to see you, man. Still doing your thing. I love it.
Appreciate it, JB.